Hey guys, what is going on? It's your boy Barrett here, back in another video. I know you guys have been waiting on the hot sauce video for a while, but lately it's been kind of tough because the weather's been bad, and I really want to do this video outside where we can get the best lighting. And but yeah, today I'm gonna be bringing you guys an insane story time, something that happened to me like a pretty long time ago. I want to say like 3-4 months ago, around there. No, actually, I think it was in like October or something like that. It was nice outside still. It wasn't winter time, but yeah, I wanted to tell you guys a story time because like I feel like it's kind of like an important message to share because it's pretty much about drunk driving. So pretty much I spent my afternoon after work hanging out with my girlfriend, and later on at around probably like 11:30, 12 a.m. I ended up going home like at nighttime. So I ended up leaving at around midnight. Let's just say midnight for like the sake of just like being easy with it. So I leave her house at around midnight. So I'm driving home, and long story short, I'm driving up the road, like on my road, by the way. This is on my road, and I'm actually gonna show you guys like the tree that has to do with everything. So pretty much I'm driving down my road, and I have like my high beams on, and I see this guy out at the end of his driveway, like kind of like running out there, and he's in his pajamas and he's trying to flag me down. I'm like, oh, probably some like stupid hitchhiker, or he's either drunk or he might be like fighting with his wife. I'm not gonna like get in the middle of that. So I start driving a little more, and I see like power lines laying in the middle of the road. And I was like, what is going on? And I actually ran over the power lines. Luckily, tires are rubber, so I don't think I don't think I could have caused anything even if I tried to. Yeah, so there's power lines laying in the road. I ran over them. So after the power lines, I come up on this car, and like it's a white Toyota RAV4. Like, I'll plug a picture right now on screen. You guys can see it. It's a white Toyota RAV4. If you don't know what that is, it's like an SUV crossover type thing. They're nice vehicles. And so it's a white Toyota RAV4, and the whole front end of it was like completely just obliterated, caved in, and like I couldn't tell like what she hit because her car wasn't close to anything. And I'm gonna get to that part in a second because this is like crazy. So long story short, I pull my car up ahead, get out, walk around, walk up to the car. I already have 911 on the phone because I know that something's going on because there's smoke everywhere. The guy that I just saw was trying to flag me down, so obviously it happened within 30 seconds of being theirs, and I probably could have died because that car could have came over and hit me. But so pretty much, I'm on the phone with the police, and they're asking me if there's anyone in the car. I said no. I can't even like see in the car. I could see down into like the center console, where like everything was completely smashed. There was no seats. Like everything was so like completely crushed and concaved and everything that like it wasn't even like a car anymore. Like you couldn't even consider this thing a vehicle. And like I'm looking down into the car trying to see if I can see anybody, and I see like little lights flickering, and like the car was pretty much on fire and the thing's smoking like a banshee. So after looking into the car, I start walking back to my car, and I had my radio on in my car, so my phone switched over to Bluetooth. So I thought that I lost the police that I was talking to. So I just clicked the power button on my phone, turned it off, set it in my pocket, and I'm walking back to my car, and I'm like, okay, like why did they hang up? And all of a sudden like I hear someone like calling me behind me, and she's like, hello, and I turn around, and I was like, oh hey, like are you okay? And like it was pretty much a girl that was getting out. Oh yeah, it was a Halloween party. So she was getting out of a Halloween party. So this is how like, I don't know, like if you guys are ever driving driving around the holidays, be careful because people are gonna be out drinking. So this girl walks up to me. She's completely like cocked and loaded, drunk, and she like walks up to me, and like I asked her what happened and everything, and she said like that she didn't really know, and that she was just driving, and that she hit something, like she didn't even know what was going on. And like I'm guessing that she didn't even hit her brakes because where her car was, so pretty much she swiped the side of a tree and then hit like a telephone pole. So she swiped the side of the tree on the opposite side of the road in the grass and then hit a telephone pole, and her car actually bounced back probably a good like 30 feet. So she had to have been going like between 50 and 60 miles an hour when she smashed into that telephone pole, and it was absolutely like insane. So like I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. But so pretty much like she gets in my car or no. So she tells me that it's her dad's car, and that she has to go and get her boyfriend to like come because he has a friend that has a tow truck that can tow the car out of there, everything like that. And I was like, okay. So she wanted me to bring her to her boyfriend's house, and that's actually where they were all partying. So I'm like, okay, like let's get in the car, whatever, like whatever. So we get in the car, and she's sitting in the passenger seat. I'm obviously driving, and I'm driving her up the road, and then like luckily we hadn't been talking because I probably could have gotten in trouble for taking her away from the scene, but we weren't like talking at all until like a couple minutes up the road, and I realized that my phone was still on the phone of the police. I was like, hello, and like no one was answering, so I just ended the call. And then we're driving, and I asked her, I was like, so like, are you okay? And this is the insane part, like someone must have been watching over her because she had not a single like cut, not a scrape, not a bruise. Her windshield was smashed, her side windows, like her door windows were smashed. Every single window in the door or in the car was smashed except for the back. The back was completely untouched somehow. But like it was like a whole like full size like Toyota RAV4 like crumpled into like the size of like half of my car. Like this thing was like small. It just looked like a crumpled up piece of metal. So I was asking her, I was like, how are you alive? And she was like I have no idea. And she was like, am I alive right now? Is this real? And I was telling her like obviously like yeah, this is real. And like I could smell alcohol in her breath. I knew she was drunk, so I was trying to like kind of like trying to console her, but also not stress her out or like be confusing at the same time, because you know how people are when they're drinking, like they like to babble a lot. So I ended up bringing her to her boyfriend's house. I dropped her off there. I called my brother, told him about it. There's cops racing up and down my road, like going to the scene. So I drive up, pull over at the scene, and I told the cops, I was like, hey, like I'm the one that called 911, and long story short, I told them where they were at, and originally when I walked up, like this is how bad the accident was. Like I'm gonna put this into like perspective for you. There was like 2 fire trucks there, an ambulance, bunch of cop cars just loading the streets, and when I got up to the scene, I get out of my car, walk up to the officers, and like a firefighter grabbed my shirt and he like pulled me back, and he's like, dude, you got to stand back because this telephone pole is about to fall over at any second. And I'm looking at the telephone pole, and the thing is completely like shattered in the middle. Well, not like the middle, but like about like hood height of like a car, and the thing is just completely like shattered and like about to fall over. The thing's tipping like this. The power lines are laying in the road, and like as they're trying to get that situated, like I tell the cop the situation. Told him how I brought the girl away. He said, no big deal. Do you know where you dropped her off? And I was like, yeah, she's right up the road, right over on Sandy Hatch. And they were like, here, how about this? Like we'll police escort you to her house, and you can just like show us where she is so we can like take her, get her into custody. And they're asking me if she was drinking, and I said that I couldn't tell. I thought I smelled alcohol, but I couldn't tell if she was disoriented from the accident or if she was actually drunk. I didn't want to tell them that she like, oh yeah, she was drunk, because then that'd make it look like I was trying to cover for her or that I had something to do with it. So I didn't want to self-incriminate myself over me just trying to like help the situation. So the police escort me. We're going like 70 miles an hour down my road, which is pretty cool, like cop lights behind me and stuff. So I get up to the red light, turn right, and then we turn onto her road. It's only like a mile up the road, and then like they're trying to point out like which house it is, and I'm saying like it's this one with the red porch that wraps around with the Christmas lights up, like she's got to be in there. She's still in there. Like there's cars in the driveway, and they're like looking for her, and they're pointing lights up in the windows, and I can see curtains moving, but they didn't see it somehow. And then they're just banging on the door saying like, hello, open up. And then she finally comes out, and like this just goes to show like she either had like extreme like brain damage, or she was just like drunk off of her mind, because she walks over with like the paramedic has her like walking up to the ambulance. He steps up into the ambulance, and he's like, all right, you want to step up in the ambulance? And then she's like, which one? This one? And she points at like this gray Kia Forte that was sitting on the side of the road. She's like this one? And the guy's like, no, this way. And he like grabs her arm and like pulls her up, and she's like, oh, okay. And she like gets up in the ambulance. So like that right there kind of showed me like either how drunk she was or that like she had some serious brain problems, because like she had to have gotten thrown from the car. This is what's really mind-boggling, because when I first got there, she wasn't in the car. There's no way in hell that she possibly could have gotten out of the car, because the door wasn't open on this side, and there's no way she could have been able to shut the door because everything was completely crushed and crumpled. Either she crawled out the windshield, but she would have suffered severe like cuts from the glass, or I think she just got lunged from the car. Like that's what everybody thinks that I've told. Like with the speed that she hit that telephone pole, there's no way that she didn't fly out of the car. But yeah, and also like when I got to her and she was about to get in my car, she was like, which car is it? And I was like, the one right here with the lights on. What do you mean? And like at that point, like I didn't know that she was drunk. And then I was like, I kind of felt bad for a second, because I didn't know if she was like experiencing brain damage or like serious like mind issues, because there's no way that you can be that drunk to like not know what car to get into, like the one that's sitting there running like right there. And I was like, oh, this one. And then she's like, oh, okay. And she like opens the door, gets in, and like that's the weird thing too, is that she wasn't stumbling at all. She wasn't like all like drunk walking. Like she wasn't like, it didn't look like she was chasing her head around. Like she was just kind of like, she was walking normal, but she was like slurring her words. You could smell alcohol on her. Like it was just a bad situation. And I'll take you guys down the road in a minute here. I just want to finish up. But yeah, pretty much like if you guys are ever out driving on a holiday, be careful. Never get in the car when you're drinking. Don't speed. Like it kind of made me realize like how blessed I am, because I was actually speeding on the way home to get to my house, because like I don't know why, but I just don't like driving at night really. So I was trying to like speed to get home like as fast as I could. So I'm like speeding down like the road that merged onto my road, and like if I would have went any faster and continued to speed down my road, then she probably would have railed into me head on, because she obviously was driving like towards me, and she went all the way across the road and hit like the telephone pole. And like it just kind of makes me think, like it's kind of scary to think about, because like now I'm kind of scared whenever I drive by people. Like I'm still scared, because like you never know, like if they're going to look at a text or something and their wheel just drifts over, and it's like there's nothing you can do when you're going 45 against 45 right at each other, and someone just cuts you off into your lane. Like there's really nothing you can do, like unless you want to crash into another telephone pole or like pull off into the grass or something. But like there's nothing you can do to react to that, and that just scares me. Like make sure that you guys have your eyes peeled. Don't be texting, don't be drunk, like don't be doing anything stupid while you're driving. We're all guilty of it. Those of you that have your license out there, I know that you've probably sent the text before. You've probably been on the phone before. Some of you might have even drank and drive before. I personally haven't, but I have looked at my phone before. I have been on the phone before. I got a ticket for being on the phone with my dad one time while driving. So it's just like, just make sure that you're always safe when you're driving, because like especially like being drunk and driving, it's just not cool. It's not worth taking the risk. Like you never know like how much your eyes are delayed compared to like when your mind is like receiving the image that you're seeing, and like you just don't really know what's going on in your body, because the alcohol is taking over like your senses and stuff. So you might think that you're okay, but really you're not. Like you can't see as well as you can, or you can't see as well as you think you can, and like you're just not really in like the right decision making and like reaction, like timing and stuff like that when you're drunk, to be able to make a quick decision if you need to react quickly. So like driving while drunk just isn't safe. But yeah guys, I'm gonna take you up the road here, and we're gonna take a look at the tree that she like swiped into. And the telephone pole's obviously new. They put a new one up like that day or that night. But yeah, also guys, I just really wanted to explain to you like the fact that like this girl, like she literally could have died tonight, or not tonight, I'm sorry, this girl literally could have died that night. Like I just wanted to touch base on that like before we head out, because that was like a serious car accident. I've never seen a car that looked like that. Like you could take a car to a junkyard and beat the living crap out of it like as much as you want, and you will never see a car that looked like the car that I saw. So I just really wanted to touch base on that. Like it's super important guys. Like this is like your life. Like every time you get behind the wheel of like your car, like your life and millions of other people's lives are in your hands. So like make sure that you're always driving with caution, make sure that you're always like driving safe, not paying attention to other things. Just focus on your driving and like act like everyone else around you is the worst driver in the world. Drive cautious, watch for them, watch what they're doing, stop at red lights, stop signs, etc. And yeah, just be careful. But yeah, we're gonna go up the road here real quick and look at that tree. There's the tree. There's the broken telephone pole. It's actually still broken. I thought they replaced it, but I guess not. And her car was like way up there in the mud, so she bounced back a good distance. So pretty crazy. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to go down below, smash the like button, comment what you guys thought, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Also be sure to click the bell so you guys don't miss a video. And comment down below what you guys thought of the video and if you guys have had any crazy experiences. And also guys, be sure, always be safe, especially if you're either like a new driver or like you've been driving for years, doesn't matter, just always be safe. Especially if you're a new driver, because like anything could happen. Like you're not super experienced in the roads yet. You might not know your area too well. So just always be sure to be safe, guys. Don't take any risks that you guys know that you shouldn't be taking, and you should be fine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for the next one, and we'll see you guys next time on BFam.